As you can see, my 80 series is still here, the 97 triple locked setup. There is only a short block remaining in there. It's disconnected from everything. It's just kind of sitting there on the engine mounts. I've got to pull it out. Uh, Back in end of May this year, we started a house remodeling project. I was supposed to have about 2 months of downtime. I was going to complete a remodel of our downstairs, put down about 1,400 square foot of tile, large form factor, 2 foot by 4 foot tile, really large, difficult to work with, as I found out partway into the project. Also remodel the downstairs bathroom, paint the kitchen cabinets, redo all of the hardware, install a lot of new plumbing, and new baseboard across the entire downstairs as well. A lot of work. 2 months would have been plenty. My 2 months ended up being about 2.5, 3 weeks, and I had a new engagement for work that I had to take care of and join full time, and I didn't have time to finish my remodel project at the house. So what happened is this poor guy is just sitting because all of my free time in the afternoons and the weekends outside of family and work time has gone to finishing up this remodel project. If I stop and I start working on this guy, my wife will have my head for good reason. It's almost Thanksgiving. I'm trying to wrap up the last bits of the flooring and all the major stuff before Thanksgiving comes along next week. So I've got a few days left, and then all the finish work, painting baseboards, caulking, things like that, the following couple weeks after that, to hopefully finish up everything with the house remodel before Christmas comes along. With that said, as I wrap up the house project, I should have more time to get back onto this guy. The other thing that was holding me up, even if I did have extra time, was our entire garage, everything from here to way over there, including, we have another small one-car garage over there that's all storage and my tools and things. Including that space was all furniture, because our entire downstairs needed to be emptied out so I could redo all the floors and the tile. Now that all of that furniture is back in the house, our vehicles, we've got 3 cars worth of space here, extra space for all the stuff that's not in the Land Cruiser, and it's accessible. Before, I had furniture literally from right here stacked up too high, all the way up to the ceiling in some cases, all the way over. So all that's gone, cleared out of the way, and I can actually walk around and do things here. So I pushed some of this stuff over, reorganized a little bit. As you can see, it's still a little messy. There's some picture frames and mirrors and things there I've got to clean up, and there's buckets of things that still need to go back into the house. Kids' telescope, stuff like that. So the car's here. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't had time to do anything on it since end of May. So what is that? June, July, August, September, October, and now we're in November. 6 months. This thing's just literally been sitting here, hood open the entire time, parts just sitting there, not really touched, and it keeps winking at me every few days, asking for some attention. I will get back on it, I promise. It'll be a few more weeks. I've got to wrap up the house or my wife will kill me if that remodel goes into the holidays and we end up ruining Christmas and Thanksgiving. So give me a few weeks, guys. I promise. I'll be back on it pretty soon. In the meantime, I know you guys have seen some videos of the H1 Hummer. I got rid of my 200 series LX570, and I didn't have a daily driver for probably 2.5 months, give or take, and didn't really need one. I work from home, and we've got the X7 that we both use because we both work from home. I always wanted an H1. I came across this one out of Louisiana that I flew over to pick up and drive back. It had been sitting for almost 4 years. The owner drove it around the block a few times. He thought it would be fine. He just mentioned some cracked tires that were on there that he would recommend me replace, and I had them replaced before I flew down to pick it up and drive back. I made it maybe 30 miles, 40 miles, and it started having issues. with going into lit mode and a few other things. I'll go through that on another video when I do a full introduction to the H1, apart from the little videos you guys have seen with the small fixes. The stuff on the Hummer that I've been working on, it's in little 30-minute, 45-minute stints, so it's not eating up a lot of my time. I do it either in the morning or lunchtime, things like that, after the kids go to bed, as I have a little bit of free time. But anything I'm going to be doing on Land Cruiser, I really need blocks of 3 to 4 hours at a time to get anything realistic done on it. So it just has to wait until after the remodel's done at the house. In the meantime, I know my Land Cruiser fans, my Toyota fans, maybe you're not a fan of the H1, but I hope you enjoy the videos. It's a neat truck. It's been on my bucket list since I was in high school. Back in the 90s when I was in high school, if that dates me, whether you think I'm young or old, that's when these were very popular and all over the advertisements and the news and everything. I've got tons of brochures that I've kept over the years. I've got toys of the Hummer H1. It's just one of those cars that I've always wanted. It's totally unrealistic. It's not a good daily driver. It's not good at hauling people. No room inside for people to sit comfortably. It's not a good off-roader, despite what people think. It doesn't have any wheel travel, suspension travel worth a darn. It's not good on gas mileage. It's not a great tow vehicle, but gosh dang it. It just looks so cool, doesn't it? It just really does. It's one of those things that's an American icon. If I ever had the ability to buy one and the financial means, I just really wanted one. So I picked up this 04. The 04s are that 1 year where they only built, let me see, what was it? They only built 225 civilian H1s in 2004. Then on top of that, they only built 24 or 25 black wagons. So this is one of 25, and that's if they're still all on the road and haven't been wrecked and parted out and totaled and such, which I'm assuming some of them have. So this is number one of, well, maybe not number one, but this is one of 25 black wagons built in 2004. 2004 was the year that they completely revamped the interior, added a lot more sound deadening to the interior as well, and the doors, the floors, the roof, and it got the new Alpha interior, which also came on the 2006 Alpha that a lot of folks pay a ton of money to upgrade the older H1s to. It's got the more comfortable and visually appealing interior, but it still has the old 6.5 liter turbo diesel. 2006 was the only year they went to the Duramax and the Allison transmission. So it's the last year of the 6.5 liter turbo diesel, and it's the first year with the brand new interior, and it's a very limited production year. Only 225 H1s made for that entire year and 25 black wagons. So it's a neat one to have. I'm sorry if you guys aren't a fan of them and you hate seeing content on this thing instead of that beauty over there. I'm going to be working on both of them. Not much work on this one, just little stuff to get it up to par and daily drivable, reliably, by my standards at least. And for this beast, this turbo build, if it continues going that route and things don't fall apart as far as my plans go, I will be back on it next month. So bear with me. I love you guys. I'll get on it, I promise, and I'll see you next time.